that may be on your home shop. We'll return. If you want to be watching this one, by the way, it's go to Fish Hunt Rex channel. All right.
The American standard of living is dramatically deteriorating right before our eyes. But authorities and policymakers insist we shouldn't worry about inflation because they have everything under control. But if we take a quick look at the situation of our country at the moment, it gets incredibly hard to believe in what they're seeing. The value of the US dollar is steadily dropping, while the price of goods and services is soaring. And of course, wages are keeping up with the latest price increases. It seems like we have been facing hardships for so long that many of us have grown accustomed to the financial pain caused by the current economic recession. Sadly, Americans are getting used to having the cost of living rise at a much faster pace than their paychecks do. And most of them don't realize just yet that 12 months ago, a drastic paradigm shift had begun. Countless experts have been warning that we are entering an era of a Weimar-like hyperinflation. The current monetary policies will notably accelerate the debasement of our currency as our money supply continues to grow at an exponential rate. This is becoming a major national crisis that no one seems to be talking about. Needless to say, our leaders are definitely not promptly addressing this matter. So we must brace ourselves for the biggest decline in living conditions in all U.S. history, because at this stage, there's no turning back. That's what we're going to expose today. Stay with us. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up, share this video, subscribe to our channel to keep updated with the next chapters of the U.S. economic collapse. As we mentioned in previous videos, from the founding of our nation until 2020, our money supply totaled about $4 trillion. But after the burst of the health crisis to this day, the federal government managed to increase that sum to a shocking $18 trillion. Some call it economic malpractice. Others say it was a necessary evil. But the truth is that letting our country fall into this trap is utter, complete madness. Every dollar added to the system downgrades the value of an already existing dollar, and with the coming $1.9 trillion that just passed the House and the Senate, we are all going to literally pay the price of such imprudent monetary policies. Inflation is already exploding in several sectors of our economy over the past several weeks.
Steve and Dave use eToro to trade cryptocurrencies. Steve does extensive research in order to find the next Bitcoin.
Dave does research on how to become a level.
Many of us could already notice that the price of gasoline is skyrocketing across many states. According to AAA, gas prices have been surging at the pumps, hitting a national average of $2.77 a gallon as of Monday, which is 39 cents more expensive than the same time in 2020. Gas buddy analyst Patrick DeHaan predicted that drivers would see a national average of $3 as early as April. DeHaan explained that the more states reopen, the more people get vaccinated, the more demand for gas will likely increase. I think you could see some of the very higher demands that we would have anticipated this summer. If that happens, that could bring with it even higher gas prices, he highlighted. Many people are starting to get worried about this situation, but the Federal Reserve insists that this is absolutely normal. It appears that the new normal includes absurd price increases all across the economy. The scenario described by DeHaan is exactly what happens in an inflationary environment. As more money is pumped into the system, consumers pour huge amounts of money into certain goods, but neither supply nor the pace of manufacturing is able to meet the heightened demand. Therefore, prices shoot extraordinarily up and simply do not return to previous levels, even after inventory levels rebound. More concerningly, we can already observe that food inflation is now a reality. Over the past year, the price of agricultural commodities traded on the global stage has climbed up by 50%, according to economists at Rabobank. The company's senior commodity analyst, Charles Clack, stressed that the higher prices will be around for some time to come. He mentioned that two of the factors that have been sending food prices to unprecedented levels are the natural phenomenon La Nina, which has been disrupting farming conditions, but most importantly, the steep collapse of the US dollar. He says, we don't expect the US dollar to strengthen anytime soon, and we expect La Nina will continue to cause drier conditions in the northern hemisphere, while global demand will stay strong, that said. The bank's report also outlines how the weakening US currency is lifting the price of wheat, corn, soy, sugar, and a range of other commodities. Additionally, a recent Zero Hedge article reported that the Food and Agriculture Organization's food price index surged for a ninth consecutive month.
If I gave you $25,000 today, what would you do? Take 2 years off your mortgage, escape the rat race for a while, buy a new car? If you give me just 90 seconds of your time right now, I'll show you how you can make $24,840
In February, reaching levels last seen July 2014, led by sugar and vegetable oils. The index averaged 116 points for the month of February versus 113.2 in January. Don't be mistaken. Global trading prices never fail to reflect on our regular grocery shopping, despite the commonly repeated fallacy that once the economy returns to normal, things will stabilize. It is the very reopening of the economy that will trigger the inflationary blow-up the Fed has been fueling. Once Americans start resuming their usual spending patterns, more money than ever will flow into the economy, creating price bubbles in every segment and every industry. This unwelcoming food inflation has caught the attention of SocGen's Albert Edwards, who has already sounded the alarm, saying this could result in growing social instabilities all over the world, as increasing food prices are quickly outpacing incomes. Edwards argues that we must take into account how the unprecedented amount of money printed by governments and their respective central banks have flooded the world with liquidity, making the point that those expansive monetary policies, especially the ones enacted by the Federal Reserve, will likely result in a tidal wave of food inflation, just as it occurred back in 2011. He added that the last time global food prices hit similar levels, global food riots emerged, and we should stay alert for developing social instabilities as food becomes a lot more expensive in a relatively short period of time. At least the price of food is not rising as fast as the price of lumber. NAHB released a report of standard estimates lumber used to build the average home, found that lumber prices have increased more than 180% since last spring. And this price spike has caused the price of an average new single-family home to soar by $24,386 since the same time last year, while the market value of the average new multi-family home has soared by $8,998 over the same period due to the hike in lumber prices. Random Lengths illustrated that the price of framing lumber is now at more than $975 per thousand board feet, which explains the 180% increase observed since last April, when the price was about $350 per thousand board feet. In face of this staggering price surge, we cannot deny that inflation is quickly spreading.
You told us what you want, and we built it for you. Editor X, the advanced website creation platform. Harness the
Being all over the system. More and more Americans are being forced to put their plans to build a home on hold in face of those ridiculously high prices. In 1 year, we entered in an affordable housing crisis and a massive housing price bubble. The dream of becoming a homeowner is more distant than ever for increasingly more people, as our money, our personal wealth, and our savings are rapidly losing value and approaching the point of no return. Most workers' paychecks have been affected by the current recession, as hour cuts and remote working arrangements have enabled companies to significantly chop wages. So how are we supposed to come back to normal? It passes, it gets harder for workers to afford to live in this country. Underemployed and unemployed Americans are falling out of the middle class by the millions. Jobless claims continue to escalate up, but authorities that are warning of hyperinflation just have wild imaginations. Last week, an additional 712,000 Americans filed new claims for unemployment just in 1 week, and recent reports say weekly jobless claims have remained stubbornly high for months, hovering around 4 times the typical pre-virus outbreak level. Even though this figure is well below the peak of almost 7 million claims registered after stay-at-home orders were first issued a year ago, there are over 10 million fewer jobs than there were in last February before the sanitary outbreak began. According to Alicia Levitz, the unemployment insurance team lead at U.S. Digital Response, a nonprofit that has advised states on their benefit systems, there are fundamental flaws in the system that may jeopardize the country's ability to respond more effectively to the next downturn. States are barely limping along from crisis to crisis. There's no way they can rebuild to address the next crisis, she stated. This definitely is not what an economic recovery looks like. The trillions added to our money supply eventually have to go somewhere. We have been warned time and time again that once we had crossed the line and allowed a money printing frenzy, we would be falling into a hyperinflationary trap we would not be able to exit. Our economy is now broken, and the only way to keep things from continuously collapsing is by printing, borrowing, and spending money endlessly. The coming fiscal relief package will undoubtedly aggravate the inflation crisis. If you watched any of our previous stock market videos, then you probably know that this is the investor's biggest fear. This could be the trigger event that will pop the numerous bubbles formed ever since we turned on the magic money printer back in 2020. As prices explode to sky highs, life turns increasingly more difficult for most Americans. If our income does not rise as fast as prices are surging, our standard of living will sharply collapse. That's basic logic. The vast majority of Americans have already experienced a dramatic shift in the standard of living over the past 12 months, with over 8 million people falling into poverty. And all this printing, borrowing, and spending will send many more to the brink of financial ruin as our dollars become worthless paper. Since we continue to deliberately destroy the value of our currency, soon enough, other nations will start to realize that a collective shift to a different reserve currency is necessary. Once the United States dollar loses its sovereign position as the world's reserve currency, There will never be any going back to the good old days. It's just sad to say that we have never been closer to an economic end game than we are right now. And the term collapse is not nearly strong enough to describe what is coming next. If you have found this video enlightening, you will probably enjoy Michael Snyder's latest book, Lost Prophecies of the Future of America. It's now available on Amazon. Please.
All right, Shalom. Gonna go ahead and kick this off, give all honor, praise, and glory to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Wahak, Bashukah.
the honest Salaki. Body that about you know, shock and give us the Holy Spirit to come back and do another sit down lesson. Hopefully something that could be edifying, exhorting, admonishing, or reproof. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at the great millstone. This is peace and blessings to the faithful elect, those that have been slaves to be saved from the destruction that's been declared to come upon all the globe, the entire globe, primarily America. It's all the wicked inhabitants thereof. Those being slaves to be saved, being none other than the Israelites. We also declare in the Bible from this man, who today are being called so-called blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians, Seminole Indians, West Indians, Negroes, African Americans, so-called black Hebrew Israelites, so-called Afro people scattered abroad. The men of these people simply teaching the true doctrine of the Bible, the way of Yahweh Shem Shah, and the men, women, and children of these people who have turned back to the true heritage, the true doctrine of the Bible, the way of Yahweh Shem Shah. All right, Shalom. So, hey man, we're gonna go ahead and get straight to it. This is second Ezra 15. 15 and 12. Second Ezra 15, 12. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Heavenly Father shall bring upon it. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on, man. It's the beginning of sorrows and all type of distress upon these people, man, for their proudness and their loftiness, man. You mean Matthew 24, also hold Isaiah the 3rd chapter. Oh, sorry. So, because the Lord said he was gonna bring forth, he's gonna bring down all the loftiness, all the lofty looks, man. He hates you people. He primarily hates you so-called white people, man. All right, because you put this this mentality out here, this spirit out here, man. Everybody's under the Edomites' influence and vibration right now. If it's not Jake, it's Esau. All right, yeah, give me 24, and we start at 6. Matthew 24.
God. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass.
Start at 5.
God. Matthew chapter 24, verse 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled.
And that's the time we're in. You hear us talk about wars from the kickoff. So that's all according to prophecy. Come on.
God. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass.
In what order? Yeah.
But the end is not yet.
Yeah, because if you go into Mark, I believe the 13th chapter, he said, first. You know what I'm saying? All these things must come to pass first, right? If I'm not mistaken. You said, go ahead, one more time on that.
God. It says, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
See, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So once you hear about rumors of war, it's going to be earthquakes at diverse places. You know what I'm saying? False Mashiach supposed to come. You know, that's right. That's pretty much ushering in the end. We pretty much passed that point. Come on. Did you get the earth? Did you read earthquakes yet or not?
No, not yet.
You got it.
And so like verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines.
And it is.
Mhm.
So Yahushua, he foretold these things, man. So like Yahushua, he foretold these things. You know, he said there's going to be nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Like, you know, kingdom against kingdom. And read that verse one more time, Salaki.
God, this is Matthew 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
You break that.
Con. So you know that's what we're seeing right now. You know, everything that was even said inside that. You know, nation's gonna rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. We already seen the famines, the pestilences came through. You know, the COVID. You know, and there's other ways pestilence gonna come through.
You read from top again.
Con. Matthew chapter 24 and 7. For nation shall rise against nation.
Salaki. Good, you got it.
And kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
So you're saying earthquakes, you're saying pestilence, like the brother just said, the so-called the COVID and all that. Now you're saying what? Famines. That's what's getting ready to take place. Let's get the word famine. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so this is famine. It says extreme scarcity of food, a shortage. And it also goes into hunger.
Yeah. See, what you got synonyms on it?
Some synonyms.
Because it said shortage, man. Go ahead.
Shortage, scarcity, a lack, dearth.
Yep. And that's what? Lacking money, man.
This is going want.
Yeah, want, man. You people gonna want you're gonna want more money, but you ain't gonna be able to get it. You're gonna want to be able to eat, but you ain't gonna be able to get it because you don't have any money. You see what I'm saying? Because all this is what? The ushering in of the damn mark of the beast, man. You know what I'm saying? You seeing the steps happen right before you. Before we go into that, let me read this real quick. This is Mark 13:7. And when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things must need be. Because it's getting these people sauteed for what? Why? It says, but the end shall not be yet. See that? It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be earthquakes in diverse places, and there shall be famines and troubles. These are the beginning of sorrows. You see? Now why? He said these things must needs be he said for such things must needs be. Why? Give me Isaiah 2 and starting 17. You know, because it's getting these people fattened up and sauteed and marinated for the sacrifice, man. You know, that's what's happening right now. You know, you got everybody caught up and you know where they need to be to get this due justice, serve to their ass, man. You know, get this due recompense. Serve to them. These things must need be. We read it one more time. It says, and when you shall hear of wars and rumors of war, be ye not troubled, for such things must need be. Why? Because America's gonna get destroyed ultimately, and then these people gonna be caught up getting into it with each other because they think they better. You see what I'm saying? So that's gonna really put them high because people gonna really get into the wave of their they damn so-called little group or something like that. They race, they pride. You see, that sets up this. Go ahead.
God, this is Isaiah chapter 2, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
And the loftiness of men shall be bowed down,
Come on.
and the haughtiness of men shall be made low.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord Yahweh alone shall be exalted in that day.
See, so he's allowing these people to really get caught up in the feeling themselves. Really think they got their heart, have their heart set on what they want. Their way is right. You see what I'm saying? That's all these need be. These very things, because these very things is gonna put people in a position of being lofty, being proud. What does lofty mean? Let's get the word lofty real quick. You know, it's all a setup, man. So the Lord, He's setting it up, but and then He's using Esau to set it up, get everything set up.
Bring it up.
Yeah.
So this is lofty, of imposing height. It says of a noble or exalted nature, proud, aloof, or self-important.
See, there it is. People self-important in this place, man. Go ahead.
God,
You take some time, one time.
same scripture.
No, I'm talking about that.
Okay. So lofty, of imposing height, of a noble or exalted nature, proud, aloof, or self-important.
Yeah, only thing that can bring forth war and bring forth a nation against nation is a certain type of proud nature.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that's why He said these things must need be. You see? And that's going to do what? That's going to set up people to be brought down low. That's the time we in right now. You see? Lord, now the Lord can hit this place with famine. Boom. Because all these people that are lofty and proud, that's all you got on the synonyms? On those synonyms?
Synonyms high, towering, exalted.
Come on, brother.
Haughty, proud, aloof. Yeah, they all pretty much the same. Elevated.
Yeah.
Sky high.
Yeah, that's like people in these skyscrapers and these condominiums. Come on.
Skyscraping.
See? Just the fact, look how the so-called white man built his city with skyscrapers, man. See that? And people under that vibration, man.
Stuck up.
See?
Snooty.
Most people that live in them, you know, they stuck up and snooty.
Snobbish.
Yep, snob.
Condescending.
Get snobbish. You click it.
Snobbish. Snooty. Snobbish. It says relating to the characteristic of or like a snob. We get the full definition. So like,
yeah, man.
Yep, that's it. Elitist.
See? Elite. You got it. That's money on there. It should be money, some form, some explanation of welfare. Go ahead.
Arrogant, superior, fancy pants.
Fancy. So you know these people that got money, man. We do keep it simple. All right, this Proverbs, I got something real quick. This Proverbs.
I went into the word elitist.
Yeah, it's good. Bring it up.
It says relating to or supporting a view that a society or system
I don't know what you read.
should be led by an elite. That's the definition for elitist. Demonstrating a superior attitude or behavior associated with an elite. A person who believes that a society or system should be led by an elite, by the elite.
Okay, come. Now let me get let me see. Proverbs 11 and 28. So that's the Lord said He gonna set all these people up that's proud, lofty, snobbish, elitists feeling like they superior, fancy pants. he's gonna bring them all down, man. You see, and these are people who rich. Come on.
Proverbs chapter 11, verse 28. He that trusted in his riches shall fail.
See,
shall fall. So like
there it is, man.
Mm-hmm.
And how are we seeing it? Because they collapsing the dollar right before our eyes, man. Right before your very eyes. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna get a little bit more. We're gonna go into the New World Order. Why the hell are they doing this, man? All right, so you can jump back to Isaiah 2 and 17.
This Isaiah chapter 2, verse 17. And the loftiness of man shall be bowed down, and the haughtiness of men shall be made low, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day.
Yep. Give me that second Ezra 15 and 12. You know?
This is second Ezra chapter 15, verse 12.
Matter of fact, before you get that, give me second Ezra 16 and 21.
This is second Ezra chapter 16, verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth.
There was a point in time where people thought they was in the best situation. Gas was just $1 like damn 60 or something, you know, last year. Gas $3 again, man. Why they putting more money out here? That's collapsing. That's making the dollar less valuable. And yet, this is really happening because things are getting more expensive. How can you be putting all this money out here, but you raising the prices on everything? You see what I'm saying? You got that one more time.
This is second Ezra chapter 16, verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
So you probably thought around this time last year that things were getting better. Nah, things ain't getting better, man. Things weren't getting better because now look, you see what I'm saying? Trump out of office. This nigga Biden done signed a $1.9 trillion stimulus package when they just signed, I think like $80 billion, something like that, last December or something. And then they signed another one before that. Yeah, it kept going, man. So it's like, you know, that's why the Lord said this. And that was all during what? When things was still called cheap.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
It says, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
And even then, at that point, that's when inflation gonna happen, man. Because inflation gonna do what? It's gonna bring the collapse of the dollar. It's gonna bring you not being able to eat because things have got so goddamn expensive due to what? These devils bringing forth more money, man. Put more money out here just to make things more expensive, man. You know? So that's beautiful, man. You read that at one time, man.
This is second Ezra chapter 16, verse 21.
Yeah.
Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
Now give me Matthew 12 and 29. You know?
This is Matthew chapter 12, verse 29. Or else, how can one enter?
Matter of fact, hold that. Let's get Revelation 12 and 12 real quick. Revelation 12 and 12. He's gonna keep them coming by the Spirit, you know.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and to the sea. For the devil is come unto you.
Yeah, and he doing it right in front of your face. The devil's come down and
for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath. Because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Yeah, all these people caught up. He got you caught up in the world that he got going on, man. You see what I'm saying? He got you being obedient, but nonetheless, just stand on point. He's doing all this right in front of your eyes, man. Give me Psalm 64 real quick. You know, here it is. Y'all just passed, all $1 million deals. I mean, so-called stimulus packages just months prior, and you're gonna keep passing them. You see what I'm saying? Why? Why are you doing that? You know that's only gonna cause you to have to raise everything up. You see what I'm saying? Why? Because you know you got a short time. What's the short time? A time for what? Your new world order, man. You see what I'm saying? Which is not going to be successful because you only gonna get one shot at your time, man. Ain't no damn new world, man. Go ahead.
From the top.
Yeah.
God. This is Psalm chapter 64, verse 1.
No, start at matter of fact, you can keep going from you go to 2.
God.
Mm-hmm.
Psalm chapter 64, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Hear my voice, O Heavenly Father,
Mm-hmm.
in my prayer.
Where you at?
Verse 1.
Where you at? 60 what?
64.
And what?
Verse 1.
No, 2.
Oh, so like,
yeah.
I said, do 2.
No, 2.
Like
mm-hmm.
Psalm chapter 64, verse 2. Mm-hmm. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
Yeah, see, these people got a secret counsel. You see what I'm saying? They got a plan. They devising a new world order, man. Go ahead.
From the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
And they rising up with this thing, man. And it's really the elites behind these people you see, man. These elite bankers. You see what I'm saying? Jump down to and then you can get 4. Because they want to get you so-called Black, Latinos, and Native American Indians. It's a book called I think it's called Something to Pale Horse. It's a documentation in there from like the damn
Behold,
yeah,
like the horse.
Yeah. It's documentation in there, man.
FBI agent wrote it.
Yeah. His ass retired or some shit and exposed their ass, man. But that was all prophecy, man. You see what I'm saying? Verse 4, you got it.
This is Psalm chapter 64, verse 4.
Uh-huh.
That they may shoot in secret at the perfect.
And another thing too, you got the King Alpha plan. For those who may not heard of that, man. This is all real, man. All this is in everything you seeing right now is the road, you see what I'm saying? Or the steps to the New World Order, in which you so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, you are the face of, man. If it was a pamphlet they can hand out, you would be on the front of it. You see what I'm saying? And they've been doing it they've been working on it from the beginning. They understand how to get it to work. They keep you Israelites in sin. You see what I'm saying? That's the main part of the New World Order, man. You see? And the New World Order is basically the highest cultivated plan for so-called white supremacy, man. But not even just white supremacy, elite supremacy. See that? Because that's the rich. When you go back into those lofty type of men, the lofty went into lofty somehow goes into elite. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't no such thing as no damn middle class, man. You either got it or you don't. You see what I'm saying? It's the elite versus the elect, man. It's the poor versus the rich. Ain't no other way around, man. Everybody else is pawns or bug outs. You see what I'm saying? Or you know what's going on, or you're an elite. You see, it's just one or the other. And all those little things I said in between, they all fall in one category, man. You bugged out, you poor, you in the same exact boat, man. If you know what's going on, you see what I'm saying, and you but you're not bugged out and poor. You still in the same category with those people. You just know what's going on, but you ain't got shit. You see what I'm saying? In this world, for real. Or you of the elite. You see what I'm saying? Those are the rich. It's just that simple. All right. So now we can go to verse 4 again.
Psalm chapter 64, verse 4. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect.
See, and who's the perfect? Well, let's get it real quick. Genesis 27. Because we're going to expose this new world order, man. It's real. Regardless who believes it or not. Yeah, 27, you can start at 30, I believe it is. Start at 30, and yeah, you started. Matter of fact, started just start at the birth. Start at verse Salaki. 25. Start at 25 and
24.
Yeah. Yeah. 25 and 20. 20 yeah, you started 24, that's cool.
God, this is Genesis chapter 25, verse 24.
Mm-hmm.
And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled,
Mm-hmm.
behold, there were twins in her womb.
Mm-hmm.
And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment.
Yeah, and this is the birth of Jacob and Esau. Come on, so-called blacks versus so-called whites, man. And blacks including so-called Latinos and Native American Indians and West Indians. Go ahead.
And they called his name Esau.
Mm-hmm.
And after that came his
so-called
brother.
white people, the progenitor of so-called white people. Come on.
And after that came his brother out.
Mm-hmm.
And his hand took hold on Esau's heel.
See, he wasn't named, he wasn't mentioned how he was when he came out, because he came out normal. But he actually came out in a further sense. Come on.
And his name was called Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
Representing the prophecy that's fulfilled right before your eyes. Go ahead, verse 27.
And the boys grew.
Mm-hmm.
And Esau was a cunning hunter.
So they were describing the characteristics they both got. Come on.
A man of the field.
You see, he was a man of the field. Esau was a worldly nigga, man. Give me Matthew 13 and 37 real quick.
Found
And
his
he's the man of the field. So he's a devil, according to this. Satan. You got it.
God, this is Matthew chapter 13, verse 37.
Mm-hmm.
He answered and said unto them,
Mm-hmm.
he that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man.
Mm-hmm.
The field is the world.
See, the field is the world, man. Which you can't have. It's, having friendship with the world is enmity against the Most High, man. You see what I'm saying? So go figure. Esau is a man of the field. See that? And Esau is a so-called white man. So he's a worldly dude, man. You know what I'm saying? He's the influence of being. He's cultivated what it is to be worldly, man. You see what I'm saying? Completely. This a little more.
God. Matthew chapter 13 and 38.
Mm-hmm.
The field is the world.
Mm-hmm.
The good seed are the children of the kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
But the tares are the children of the wicked one.
Mm-hmm.
The enemy that sold them is the devil.
There it is, man. All right. So he's the devil because he's the man. He's the man of the field. Come on.
So kind. Genesis 25 and 25. 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field.
Mm-hmm.
And Jacob was a plain man.
Now, give me the word plain in the Hebrew.
God, it's thumb.
Go ahead. So when you go into that word thumb, it means perfect.
All right, kind. And it goes into perfect or complete. It says complete and perfect.
All right, you can drop that now.
God.
Come back to that 64 and 4.
God, this is Psalm chapter 64, verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
That they may shoot in secret at the perfect.
See that? Now, who's the perfect? The perfect is Jacob, man. And everybody that comes from Jacob. Give me Psalms 22 real quick. 22 and 21, I believe that is. (22 and 23).
God.
Mm-hmm.
This is Psalm chapter 22, verse 23. Ye that fear the Lord, Yahweh praise him. Mm-hmm. All ye, the seed of Jacob.
See? So Jacob went on to have, more people of Jacob. You see what I'm saying? God. It's you Israelites, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. So you will be the perfect. See that? So let's jump back now.
God.
Mm-hmm.
Psalm chapter 64, verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
That they may shoot in secret at the perfect.
See? So that's what this no world order is really, the agenda is for. You look up Agenda 21, the King Alfred plan, Rex 84. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Con.
You are the main people they want to come grab up, man. Go ahead.
Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not.
That's all a part of the New World Order. Go ahead.
They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily.
Probably. Come on. But it is privily, because when you privy to something, you get outright exclusive rights to it. So this will be the correct pronunciation for the correct understanding right here. Privily. You see what I'm saying? Because we talking about who in specific, the perfect. See that? So we literally privy to the Esau's New World Order. You know what I'm saying? You get first dibs, which is why all you see is so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians posterized on all this COVID shit. You see what I'm saying? You gotta read that one more time. You know, because for the correct understanding, you have certain words that might be one word, but it reads two different ways, man. It's the difference between private and private or privy. You know what I'm saying? So privy is when you have exclusive right to something. It's exclusive. You got it, bro.
This is Psalm chapter 64, verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search.
Yeah, they search out iniquities, man. So they read the law, man. You see what I'm saying? Because what is iniquity? You know? Go ahead.
They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
What verse you in?
Which is finished 6.
All right, go ahead.
Verse 7, Psalm 64, verse 7. But the Heavenly Father shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded.
Now watch this. Now let me read this real quick. So when you go into that word iniquity, you get Ilah, and Ilah means what? It means unrighteousness, man. You see that? Unrighteousness. So they try to see what wicked shit they can do, but they also reading the law to see what wicked shit they can have us do. You see that? Because their whole plan and focus is giving the receiving end of that, making sure the receiving end of that is directed privily to the perfect. And everybody ain't perfect, but Jacob. So that's so-called Black, Latinos, and Native American Indians. So this is very important. You got it? Just the point, though.
Psalm chapter 64, verse 7. But the Heavenly Father shall shoot at them.
Shall shoot at who?
Shall shoot at them.
Come on.
With an arrow.
Come on.
Suddenly shall they be wounded.
And how is he shooting at them? With these plagues, man. You see what I'm saying? I got something real quick. This is 2nd Ezra 16, and I'm gonna jump down to 1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Remember, it said Egypt gonna mourn. Now why? It says, gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? Verse 5, plagues are sent up unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? I'm gonna jump down to 7. May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. The mighty Lord sent the plague. So those arrows represent plagues. And if it say that pretty much may one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer, and they go on to say the mighty Lord sent the plagues, but the plagues are the arrows. That means the Lord shooting them arrows, man. And who is he that can drive them away? So you jump back here, it's talking about the same thing. You got it.
Psalm chapter 64 and 7. But the Heavenly Father shall shoot at them with an arrow.
See that? There it is, man. And that's plagues, man. So now you finna see the damn so-called white man panic, man. He finna go into a panic attack. Why? Because he got short time, man. And he's doing all this shit right in front of us. So he's driving up the dollar to inflate it, to ultimately do what? To get rid of it and bring the RFID chip, the mark of the beast, man. Come on.
Suddenly shall they be wounded.
Yeah, suddenly shall they be wounded and do what?
So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves.
Yeah, they hurt, man. They starting to panic and reveal their plans, man. Come on.
All that see them shall flee away.
And everybody that see is us. Give me Matthew 13 and 11. I believe that it is. You know? Just jump straight to the point. Blessed are your eyes.
Kind of got it.
Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 13, verse 16. But blessed are your eyes, for they see.
See, there it is, man. So if everybody that see is the elect, man, the hopeful elect. You know? Now if you see all the way to the end, that's a whole other thing. But you see right now, if you ain't on this, you see that? So all that see them, go ahead, you can finish this.
Fine. But blessed are your eyes, for they see.
For they see. Come on.
And your ears, for they hear.
Matter of fact, start at 13. That was cool.
Come. Matthew chapter 13, verse 13. Therefore, speak I to them in parables, because they see.
Yeah,
seen.
There, I got it. It says, therefore, speak I to them in parables, because they seeing, see not, and hearing, they hear, and hearing, they hear not. Neither do they understand. Because when you go into hearing, that's ultimately what they go into. But simply, when you go into seeing, it's the pretty much be in agreement to with everything that's going on, man. You ain't got no goddamn what is it? Illusion over your eyes, man. You can clearly see what's going on. You got vision to clearly see what's going on. It's accepted. Because when you understand, that's going into, you know what I'm saying? These words, you know, that's hearing. You know, when you hear, you understand. When you see, you are in acceptance. That's why I say they cover their eyes, because they don't want to accept it. So our eyes see, we accept that this shit is going on. You see what I'm saying? And you get the next part, verse 14.
Matthew chapter 13, verse 14.
And this talking about the Israelites, by the way. Come on.
And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah.
Yep.
Which saith, by hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand.
See that?
And seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive.
See, you can't accept it. It's like they can't connect with what the hell they seeing. It's like this nigga clearly the devil. You taking all your people and shooting shit in their arms on every damn commercial. It's ridiculous, man. That nigga clearly the devil. We clearly being targeted, man. You see what I'm saying? Now you keep going.
Matthew chapter 13, verse 15. Come on. For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their eyes are dull of hearing.
They can't understand. These niggas some dummies. Come on.
In their eyes they have closed.
In their eyes they have closed. They don't want to understand. Come on.
Lest at any time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart.
In your mind. Come on.
It should be converted, and I should heal them.
They got comfort on the plantation. Basically, they gonna stay in this state and they finna go along with the road to the New World Order, man. That's these are Israelites that don't have a ruler class mentality, man. They finished. That's what it's going into. All right. Now let's jump to verse Salakia. But you get the point 16.
Matthew 13 and 16. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear.
Give me 17.
For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see.
Yeah, because you gotta think, Isaiah was prophesying before Yahushua came. You see what I'm saying? So it's the same thing now. They was talking about the mark of the beast before it was actually here. That shit here. You know what I'm saying? We seeing it. You're like, oh, that's it. Oh, nah. Oh, this nigga the devil. You see what I'm saying? Come on.
It says, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them.
Yeah, we gonna understand prophecies that they was getting. We understand the prophecies they was talking about, man. You know, but you know, the spirits of the prophet subject to the prophet. Spirits of the prophet subject to the prophet. So, you know, you got it, bro. You know, you can jump back to that 64 and I think 8.
God.
Mm-hmm.
Psalms chapter 64, verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves.
Meaning they doing it right in front of you. They telling on themselves. They exposing that they clearly got an agenda, a new world order, if you will. Come on.
All that see them shall flee away.
See, and that's who those that understand and perceive of the Israelite nation, man. You see what I'm saying? Give me Romans 12 and 7, 11 and 7.
It's Romans chapter 11, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for,
Mm-hmm.
but the election hath obtained it,
Mm-hmm.
and the rest were blinded.
See that? There it is, man. You see? So only the elect can see, man. So see what? That this shit is clearly being set up, man. It's the road to the New World Order, man. And what's the New World Order? The New World Order is the mark of the beast, man. Give me Revelation 13 and 16. You know? This is that simple. Mm-hmm.
It's Revelation chapter 13, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
And he calls it all, both small and great,
Mm-hmm.
rich and poor, free and bond,
Mm-hmm. So he said all, even himself. You know what I'm saying? Even his own people. Come on.
to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads,
Mm-hmm.
and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark,
Mm-hmm.
or the name of the beast,
Mm-hmm.
or the number of his name.
See that? There it is, man. That's what it is. Give me a Psalms 140 and 5. You know? They setting this whole thing up, man. And that's that RFID chip. You ain't gonna be able to buy or sell unless you got this mark of the beast. You know, this shit he said he gonna cause all, man. How he gonna cause all? You by setting these damn the draconian legislation up again, man. Because they roam all over again here, man. Come on.
Psalm chapter 140, verse 5. The proud hath hid a snare for me.
That's going back into the lofty. See that?
Mm-hmm.
Come on. The rich. Come on.
And cords. They have spread a net by the wayside.
Mm-hmm. They putting all this money out here for niggas to, you know, not do nothing with it. And then once they done set everything too high, now you can't afford shit. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
They have set gins for me.
Then they gonna come with a plan. Somehow they gonna introduce this mark of the beast, man. You see what I'm saying? But it all starts with getting rid of the dollar first, man. They have to get rid of it because the new dollar is a new currency talked about in Revelation the 13th chapter, man. That's a new form of currency for transaction, for the transaction of goods, man. You see what I'm saying? You thought that shit, niggas probably think shit cheap now because they probably got a lot of money. You see what I'm saying? But you know, inflation really ain't even hit just yet. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, all that's irrelevant because they finna get rid of the dollar, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point of inflating it, man. Putting all this money out here. You know? That's what, give me Matthew 12 and 26. So yeah, they going against their own self. You're gonna cause everybody to get it, man. You see? You got other nations of people that know this, man. Come on.
This is Matthew chapter 12, verse 26. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself.
Because it say he calls all, even his own people. Go ahead.
How shall then his kingdom stand?
Yeah, because it's going into the elites. They don't give a fuck about these people, man. They don't care about no other Edomites. If you ain't of that elite caliber, man, once again, this Rome all over again, man. You have the patriarchs versus the plebeians, man. Patriarchs being short for patricians, man. Right? Today being so-called Democrats and Republicans and Democrats, man. But really, that's some bullshit. It's elites, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the elites versus everybody else, man. Go ahead. And the patriarchs was what? 300 fathers, man. It was a bloodline of chosen Edomites, man. Come on. Basically Amalekites. Come on.
Matthew 12, verse 27. And if by Beelzebul cast out devils. Cast out devils, by whom do your children cast them out? Therefore, they shall be your judges. But if I cast out devils, by the
where you at? What verse you at?
27. I'm at 28 now.
Okay, come. You at 28? Just go ahead and read to 29. You got it.
Matthew chapter 12 and 28.
The point is 29.
But if I cast out devils by the Spirit of the Heavenly Father, then the kingdom of the Heavenly Father is coming to you. Or else how can one enter into a strong man's house?
Into whose man?
Into a strong man's house
Uh-huh.
and spoil his goods.
Whose goods?
His goods.
What?
His goods.
See? Come on.
Except he first bind the strong man,
Uh-huh.
and then he will spoil his house.
See? And that's what's going on right now, man. The spirit that came over Esau to where he's going to be conquered now, man. And he's going to be overgone. You see what I'm saying? He's setting his own self up for failure. He's being set up for failure right now. But really, when you look at it, the Lord got him being counterproductive. Because if you collapse the dollar, that only brings your end, man.
Right.
You got your new world order is written against you. Right. It don't work in your favor, man. You don't get two tries at your world. You get one try. Give me 2nd Ezra 6 and 8. Bible Kashan.
The 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
Mm-hmm.
For Esau is the end of the world.
See, there it is, man. It ain't no goddamn. Look, man, it ain't no new world order, man. You got one time frame written right here, man. Come on, talk about the new world order. The new world order is the end of the world, man. Come on.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that followed.
And that's what they trying to prevent. So they came with this new world order thing because they know if they keep us in sin, that's gonna keep them above us. And them being above is exactly what they like because they proud. They lost. They like being way up. So now you're in a time frame crazy. You see, everything they're doing is going against themselves. Give me Proverbs 22 and 11. Actually, 12.
Mm-hmm. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
The eyes of the Lord, Yahweh, preserve knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
and he overthroweth the words of the transgressor.
And that's what's happening. They writing legislation that's going just not work, man. Because they got all this counsel, but you ain't no counsel. Man. You trying to counsel against Yahweh Shah and his anointed by going into the law to establish this type of continuation of your world, man. And that's just not going to be the case. Give me Proverbs 12, 2 and 1 real quick. We're going to jump back there. Psalms 2 and 1. Psalms 2 and 1.
Psalms 2 and 1.
Yeah. You know, a lot of scriptures coming, precepts coming to mind.
God, this is Psalm chapter 2, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Why do the heathen rage?
Mm-hmm.
And the people imagine a vain thing.
Yeah, what makes it vain? Come on.
The kings of the earth set themselves.
Yeah, so a damn new world order is vain, man. You know, you thinking you a king because you said so, it's vain. You see, come on.
And the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed.
That's what the new world order is set up against, man. It's highlighting how Bashim, how Shah, why Yasha, man. You see what I'm saying? Come on.
Saying, let us break their bands asunder.
Whose bands?
Their bands asunder.
Mm-hmm.
And cast away their cords from us.
Yeah, the perfect. Come on. Because why? When they read this, they know we supposed to be above them. But when we sin, they above us, man. Go ahead. Let me grab that real quick.
He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision.
Yeah. See? And that's what's happening, man. They new world orders actually don't be divided against themselves. You're gonna make your own people get chips, and you're gonna corrupt dudes that trusted in your system that went to I show you that on what's that Good Shepherd. He was like, I don't like getting pest on. You know what I'm saying? He had to trust in his own people's system, but it was oppressing him. Right. You see what I'm saying? But that's how counterproductive this new world order is gonna be, man. You see what I'm saying? It's only gonna bring their downfall, man. But once again, it's highlighted and it's focusing on the Israelites, and they really want the elect, man. They know about the elect, you know, because that's really the perfect, because we're the perfect in spirit. You see what I'm saying? It talks about that, and I think the book of I think that's Colossians or Ephesians. You know, tell you that we perfect, man. You know, we perfect in Yahweh from y'all shop. All right, so that's really who. Matter of fact, we got to get that real quick. Let me get Let me grab that real quick. I think that's Colossians. Colossians in the 2nd chapter. You know, because it's 100% real. Because Jake, they ain't perfect. You know, they of the perfect people, but they not actually perfect. You know, it's a way that you become perfect in your how about Shemi Al-Shah. All right, according to the scriptures. Yeah. Let's see. Matter of fact, because what does perfect mean? Perfect means complete. If you could pull that word back up for complete, brother.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Colossians 2 and 10. Mm-hmm.
Kind of.
Yeah, go ahead and bring it up.
So it's Thumb,
Uh-huh.
and it says perfect, complete.
Perfect means complete. Go ahead, Colossians 2 and 10.
God.
Uh-huh.
This Colossians chapter 2, verse 10.
Uh-huh.
And ye are
Start at 8.
Uh-huh. Colossians chapter 2 and 8.
Uh-huh.
Beware lest any man spoil you throughout philosophy, through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world.
See, which Esau's the man of. He's the man of the field. Come on.
And not after Hamashiach.
Yeah, you a dummy if you ain't in your Shemi Al-Shah. Come on.
For in him dwelleth all the fullness of the Godhead bodily.
Go ahead.
And ye are complete in him.
And ye are what?
Complete in him.
See, and who are complete?
And ye are complete in him.
In him. See that? So ye, anybody that's in your Shemi Al-Shah said to be complete. You're perfect. So when they shooting at the perfect, it's talking about the elect on the actual level, man. They know who he is, man. The hopeful elect. That's what they want to get. They want to shoot at the, him that's speaking to have an upright conversation, man. You see? Go ahead. Go ahead and finish that.
And ye are complete in him, which is the head of all principality and power.
Let me do this real quick. Psalms 37 and 14. You know, because if you in your Shemi Al-Shah, you're gonna be upright, man. You know, and that's what that's making you complete, man. You completely how you need to be for him to deal with you, man. You see what I'm saying? And go on to be perfected on this side. Come on.
Psalms chapter 37, verse 14.
Uh-huh.
The wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy.
See, to cast down who?
The poor and needy.
Yeah, and they sword is their words. Come on, that tongue. Come on.
It's a slay such as be of upright conversation.
See, they want to get those that know what's going on. So that's why they didn't kick it off with, even though they've been doing that, one's been on FBI paperwork, all that type of shit. One's know, you know what I'm saying? There ain't no secret. It's all coming out. You know what I'm saying? You know, that we know what's going on. This nigga Vocab Malone, he's he went out and declared pretty much that the NFL is breeding ground for Hebrew he called it Hebrew Israelite ism. You know, basically a lot of dudes in the NFL wake up to the fact they hit Hebrew Israelites on the low. You know? And he basically revealed they got chaplains that probably try to sway that away from them because word got out that he supposedly was paid to go in and try to basically try to tell Jake that they ain't Hebrew Israelites. Some bugged out crap like that, man. So that they shooting at, they want to get those of the upright conversation, man. Because if you are this knowledge, you ain't for the New World Order, man. And the very people they need to take it is the motor of the earth, the salt of the earth. You see what I'm saying? You Jakes. But primarily those that know they, you know what I'm saying? They got to get those that, like, that still has resistance. If they can get those, men to fold, just like how they infiltrated the Black Panthers. If they can get one of them, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they got the niggas around that ain't took up arms and all that, even though we don't take up arms, so there ain't no comparison in that matter. But if they can get those, you know, that have a little so-called fighting on the spiritual level of being a Hebrew Israelite, but you got to fight because you know you a Hebrew Israelite, they can get rid of you. It's over with. All the other ones dead. You know what I'm saying? They done took them. So they ain't worried about them niggas. They gonna sit down and take it and they gonna die, man. So that's pretty much it. But look, how do we know this? Because it's all happening right in front of us. And it's all self-destructive at the end of the damn day, man. You see what I'm saying? And that's what you pretty much seeing, man. You seeing the outcome of the New World Order playing out, you know. But let me grab this real quick. This is Deuteronomy 28. I'm gonna start at 15. Deuteronomy 28 and 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord, Yahweh, thy God, thy power. It's like Superman dealing with kryptonite, man. It says to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Now, what is one of these curses? This is I'm gonna start at 25. It says, really, no, let me just jump to the point. All this up. This is verse 43. It says, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee. You see, very high, and thou shalt come down very low. You see, he shall lend to thee. He got to have a whole lot to be able to lend to you. You see what I'm saying? It says, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. See that? Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee. You see what I'm saying? Give me Jeremiah 44:4. Because who's the Lord's voice, man? You see what I'm saying? Who's the Lord's voice? So they read that and they be like, all we gotta do is keep them cursed. We're gonna come up, man. You see what I'm saying? This is verse 25. It says, the Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thy enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them, and shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. So we're not gonna be together. We're gonna be discombobulated, and we the people that's put above everybody. You see what I'm saying? But the way that causes that to not be the case is when we sin. See? Come on.
Jeremiah chapter 44, verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
Howbeit, I send unto you all my servants, the prophets.
Doing what?
Rising early and sending them saying.
Doing what?
Sending them saying.
Doing what? Saying. See that? Because he said his voice. It takes a voice to say something. Come on.
Oh, do not this abominable thing that I hate.
See that? So that's it. So he used his prophets to do that, man. So what is he gonna do? What the so-called white man can do with that? He can get rid of the people that play that role. You see what I'm saying? Which is why they're setting up that. That's all New World Order. They're doing it right in front of us. We're covering all this stuff, man. You see what I'm saying? This is the New World Order, man. Meaning the continuous reign in their head for the so-called white person. Give me Psalms 49:11. And then we're gonna bring that Malachi 1 out real quick.
This is Psalm chapter 49, verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
That whose houses?
Their houses shall continue forever.
That's the New World Order. That's how they're gonna do it. That's what they think. They thinking upon it with that, man. Come on.
And their dwelling places to all generations.
In their dwelling place, in their dwelling places to all generations. You see, they people. That's it. You know. Give me that Malachi. One and started 4.
It's Malachi chapter 1, verse 4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished.
And that's what's going on right now, man. They're impoverished. What does it mean to be impoverished? You know? Let me jump there real quick. Impoverished. Rashash. To beat down, shattered, beat down, impoverished. Yeah, and once again, beat down. Who's getting beat down? The lofty, you see? The fancy man. How? Collapsing your money. That's how. Time is going up, sloppy.
Impoverish.
Make a person or area poor. See? Exhaust the strength or vitality of, man. You see? Exhaust. That's a synonym. Deplete. And that's what's happening. They depleting, bring someone to their knees. Look, bankrupt. See that? So Lord saying he gonna bankrupt this damn place, man. It says reduce a person or organization to bankruptcy. You bring that up.
Malachi chapter 1, verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished,
Mm-hmm.
but we will return and build the desolate places.
How about trying to pass all these stimulus bills, stimulate economy, but really you collapsing the dollar, the petrodollar, which is only made valuable. It's held as the world's currency reserve because you got it being the blackmail to getting oil. You see what I'm saying? That's pretty much that's why the U.S. dollar is relevant, man, because they signed a deal in like the 70s with Saudi Arabia, and pretty much they offered their military services to them to protect their oil fields, and then what they get in return back for doing that. The agreement was that pretty much only allow people to buy the oil that you will administrate with the U.S. dollar. Thus, how that piece of paper became relevant. You see what I'm saying? But America's so damn trifling. The so-called white man broke so many treaties. They finna have to go to war. So they're like, the hell with it. So now, with that being the case, and that dollar never being worth nothing any damn way, you know what I'm saying? What gotta happen? If they smart, they gotta get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? So they can do what? Stay on top. Because when they signed that deal, that's how they got on top. Because oil powers everything, basically, man. Your damn Tupperware is made out of oil. A lot of your deodorant is made out of oil. Your baby crayon is made out of oil. You see what I'm saying? They put oil in unnecessary things. In order for people to operate and fly around and take oil, you gotta put oil in the car. You gotta put oil in the airplane. You jet setters out there that take oil. You see? And the main way oil is bought is with the US dollar, man. So that's how America became so goddamn popular. But the dollar was never valuable. It was just a blackball tool. You see what I'm saying? So now that's coming to an end, and shit, the Lord just did it, man. Because you can't even really explain how it happened for real. They just like, basically, the Lord putting the spirit on these people, be like, fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? That gotta be what's happening behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? The dollar probably got less say so over there. They ain't gonna put all that out. Right. You know what I'm saying? They probably, deal probably low key expired or some shit. They probably threaten them like, you said it's expired, we're gonna bomb your ass. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what's going on, probably, man. But nonetheless, that dollar is losing value, and that's why they're trying to get it the hell out of here. Because what? But really, it probably ain't losing no value, right? For real, like in the situation, in the case of that, like them getting into it with Saudi Arabia, because if you smart, you'll just beat them to recognizing it, just like you beat them to recognizing it the first time, right? So you're gonna do what? I'm gonna make a new advanced technology, because people like what? They got people used to the thought of convenience, right? You know what I'm saying? We can make convenience so popular and so necessary and so valuable. We can basically make that money. You see? Because what is the RFID based around? That shit based around convenience. You don't lose nothing no more with it. That's what people think. Exactly. People can't rob you no more, so-called. But that's stupid, because the damn banks, they rob you all the goddamn time. And that's digital currency. You wake up, you got hella money missing out of your account. You know what I'm saying? It happen all the time, man. They've been having there's been reports coming out that there's been millions of dollars that's been being sent to the wrong accounts. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So you can't trust that digital shit for real. But nonetheless, it's based around the thought of the aspect of convenience. You know what I'm saying? And that's been on the rise here in America. Swipe, pay as you go. Swipe. Amazon, they using Jeff Bezos. They getting all these Edomites that got some say so on convenience to come in and influence. That's why he set up the damn Amazon Smart Store. You just walk the fuck in and walk the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? The damn cart buy the shit. You know what I'm saying? Some crazy stuff like that. You ain't gotta stop talking about nothing. Cordless phones, cell phones, all that type of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's drive through. Yep. Fast food. microwave,
It's the instant gratification.
instant oatmeal, fake ass GMO food. You know what I'm saying? All the convenience, man. Moms are literally niggas have reduced their eating their health for convenience. Y'all want a Happy Meal? You know what I'm saying? That's been going on since Jake been able to buy McDonald's, man. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know? So hey man, that's what's taking place right in front of our eyes, man. So they gonna do what? They gonna beat everybody to that's why they got into it with China. They want to beat everybody to that technology first, for real. And we already in Sweden, right? China already practicing it, and shit. You got a few people here that's doing it. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't the prophecy for real. It ain't mandated. That's the prophecy. You see? So they gonna come up with that technology, and that's probably gonna be it, man. You know, but all of this that can only be once they collapse that dollar, and that does what? That brings a lot of rich people down. That brings a lot of haughty people down. That brings death. That's written about. That brings famine of food. You see what I'm saying? Because everything too expensive, you ain't gonna be able to eat. You see what I'm saying? And we just don't know at what point where they flipping this like hell dollar this. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. So this is you still got you hold something?
Still in Malachi chapter 1 verse 4.
Go ahead and finish that one.
God, this is Malachi chapter 1 verse 4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
See, the new world order. That's how they thinking about doing it. Come on.
Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down.
In what direction?
Down.
See that? He gonna impoverish them. You know, by jumping on they mind and make their whole shit collapse, man. Give me Proverbs 21 and 1 real quick. Shut. Then we're gonna jump to the second answer. We're gonna get one more close out. Lord one has been edifying. This is the new world order, basically, man. This gonna bring that RFID chip, man, in which it will be mandated according to the scriptures. That's the only way you can cause people to do any goddamn thing here. Go ahead.
This is Proverbs chapter 21, verse 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh.
And that's those kings that set themselves on the earth, man. You see what I'm saying? Their mind is at the will and whim of Yahweh Bashmiel Shah. He's just blowing it like a leaf and it moves. Just as much as you can blow on a thin ass piece of paper and you know it can fly away. That's the same. You see what I'm saying? That's just, you know. I can't say it no clearer, man, really. But that's how, you know, the so-called white man, no matter if they an elite banker or not, that's how subjected their mind is. Their walk, you see what I'm saying, is to the Heavenly Father. As much as a piece of paper is to the breath. You know what I'm saying? That come off your lips and send it that way. You know what I'm saying? That's the Lord. Come on.
God. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will.
There it is, man. All right, give me second Ezra 15. And that's doing what? He's turning it what? Into doing what they're doing now, collapsing that damn dollar, man. You know, putting it out here more and more. Jake bullshitting. They're going to think themselves to be in a good case. You know what I'm saying? And shit, you niggas ain't gonna do nothing with it, and you ain't gonna be preparing yourself for the evil day. And that's just gonna be it, man. We ain't telling you be no goddamn prepper, but you know, nonetheless, makes sense, man. Go ahead.
This is second Ezra chapter 15, verse 12. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Heavenly Father shall bring upon it.
That who?
The Heavenly Father shall bring upon it.
Come on.
They that till the ground shall mourn.
And that's these people that work. You see that? You got niggas going to work and shit getting it more expensive. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
For their seeds shall fail through and black shall fail through the blasting in hell, and with a fearful constellation.
Yeah, that's going into these articles. This is the Lord going. He is going to destroy this place in so many ways, man. The crops going to get destroyed. You see what I'm saying? You see, Texas almost froze the hell over, man. You see what I'm saying? Now imagine if that happened in Cali. That's where a lot of the produce in America come from. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
God. It's verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
Yeah, woe to the world that dwell therein, man. That's the field, man. So it's destruction to these people caught up in this stuff, man. Come on.
For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another.
Yahushua said that. Come on.
And swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Jump to the point, verse 18.
God, this is 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 18. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled.
And that's these lofty men, this oligarchy, their pride. These people want to, they so high up, they just don't want to believe they're going to come down. So they're going to literally go as far as treason. You know what I'm saying? They're going to collapse the fucking dollar. Niggas that was out here fighting us over your doctrine, you gonna turn on them. And they gonna be pro. You see what I'm saying? But now you ain't gonna have no goddamn people left. But they so wicked anyway, they want to get rid of them, reduce the population. You see what I'm saying?
God. That's why it's a game of the elites. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas some fucking idiots, man.
God.
I mean, Baruch 3 and 32. So your city's gonna they're gonna be troubled, man. You know, because this place is gonna go bankrupt, man. You're gonna have, and then look, if inflation happened, Dunkin' Donuts shut down, Starbucks shut down, all these franchise places are shutting down because they don't have enough money to afford, you know, the taxes that you know that went up.
Exactly.
You see that?
Exactly.
So this shit, the city's gonna be troubled, man. Why? Because of the lofty people, the snobs, aka the elites, and the Lord already has his eyes set on these goddamn people. These elites and they new world order, man. That's why the Lord gonna laugh at them, man. You see, he gonna laugh at y'all, and we know y'all listen. I know y'all listen, bro. This is Psalms 110 and 5. The Lord at thy right hand shall strike through kings in the day of his wrath. You see what I'm saying? And who's that Lord at the right hand? This is 1 Peter 1. Salakia, 1 Peter 3 and 22, who has gone up, you know, I'm gonna start at 21. It says, yeah, 21, the like figure whereunto even baptism, doth also now save us, not the putting away of the filth of the flesh, but the answer of a good conscience towards the Heavenly Father. It says, by the resurrection of Yahushua HaMashiach. Y'all thought y'all killed him, but he back, man. He died. He never died, man. He died and he came back. You see that? As himself. Now he indestructible. It says, who is gone up into heaven and is on the right hand of the Heavenly Father. So that's who it said to come back and strike through you kings, angels and authorities and powers being made subject unto him. You see? So you elites, you made subject to him because he can't die, man. He gonna come back and he gonna fucking destroy you people, man. You see? So that's it. You got it, bro.
Keep on that Baruch again.
Baruch 4 and 32.
God, this is Baruch chapter 4, verse 32. It says, miserable are the cities which thy children serve.
Yeah, see? And that's, you know, the Lord see what happened to us, man. You see what I'm saying? This place finished, man. This place fucked. You know what I'm saying? This place is fucked. That's what's going on, man. The Israelites is here, man. We built the fucking White House, man. All right? This place finished. Go ahead, bro.
God, miserable is she that receiveth thy sons.
And that she is Lady Liberty, man. See that? The oxymoron of that, you know? Lady Liberty receiving slaves. You know what I'm saying? Child ass out of here, man. Y'all the damn devil. All right. So that's what's going to go on. Give me second Ezra 15:19. We got one more. We got 21 after that. Second Ezra 15:19.
Come
on.
This is second Ezra chapter 15, verse 19.
Come on.
A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor,
Come on.
but shall destroy their houses with the sword.
And that's what's going on. That sword is going into that legislation, man. You know, because the Edomites are each other's neighbor. But you ain't gonna have no mercy because you so high up. You want to extend your rulership, your reign. It's not gonna happen, man. They're gonna do anything to get this new world order going, man. You know, they're gonna subject their whole race. You know what I'm saying? For them. Come on.
And spoil their goods.
See?
Because of the lack of bread.
Woo! Ain't enough to go around. They said, why? Because y'all greedy. Come on.
And for great tribulation.
Now we know this is going into niggas actually, you know, getting on some anarchy shit, and it's manifold, man. You see what I'm saying? It's just manifold. You're gonna have the elites spoiling their neighbors' goods right now, man, because they want that new world order to come to pass, so they can keep ruling. They have all the damn money, man. They said it ain't enough. Them having anything outside of them having everything is not enough for everybody. You see what I'm saying? It's not enough for them. Anything outside of them having everything is not enough for them. So that would be like a lack of bread for them, man. That's basically how they act. You see what I'm saying? And then on the lower level, you got niggas that, you know, due to the collapse by them, you know what I'm saying? The collapse of the dollar was gonna cause a lot of niggas to starve because they can't afford the food. You're gonna have, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be going the fuck down out here, man. You know? Matter of fact, we start at 20.
Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 20.
Uh-huh.
Behold, saith the Heavenly Father,
Come on.
I will call together all the kings of the earth.
Yeah, them that said they self. Come on.
To reverence me.
See? Woo. Come on.
Which are from the rising of the sun.
Because when you go back into impoverished, it means to bow down, man. And then it means to literally it say to bring someone to their knees. Impoverished. Bring someone to their knees, man. Come on.
From the south, from the east, and Libanus, to turn themselves one against another, and repay the things that they have done unto them.
See, and that's what's going on. They turned us against one another. See that? Come on.
Like as they do yet this day unto my chosen.
See? Yeah, Chief Keef put out that new Chief Keef so dated. I gotta be saying his name. There's so many new niggas that done came through. Come on. He don't even be on it no more. Come on.
So will I do also and recompense in their bosom. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai.
So that's that, man. So the Lord is not playing. This shit is gonna go down, man. All right, we can go ahead and close out on 16 and that's pretty much it, man. You know, as I said, they're gonna introduce this new world order green. That's Revelation 13:16 out one more time. We're gonna get that Isaiah that we get. You know, and the Lord, He gonna take care of us, man. We gonna flee from these devils. We gonna be straight, you know. So this is what we're gonna, you know, I found instruction. The Lord said we gonna laugh, man. You know, so it's like we're gonna get like put like in a bubble because we ain't caught up in the world. We're gonna be in perfect peace, man. Because we stayed on your how about Shemi Shah. Go ahead, bro.
This Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And He calls it all.
And who?
And He
come on
calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand.
See, this is selfish ass nigga. Come on.
Or in their foreheads.
To do what?
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark.
See, that sounds like mandatory type stuff. Come on.
Or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Yep. So they might not even have to get it on the further level. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to say if those that have the name of the beast or the number of his name, so you probably that's some administration type shit. You got unless you got the password. You know what I'm saying? You know, the number of his name. You know, your name will be like the profile. the number would be the log in or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's go to we'll end on this. Let's grab at Isaiah 9, and then we'll end on this. So it's gonna go down, man. It's going down. They set it up right in front of everybody's eyes, man. 10 and 1.
God, this Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. And their right grievousness, which they have prescribed.
See, and that's what it's going on to do. Come on.
To turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless.
Give me Isaiah 32 and 5. Yep.
Found this Isaiah chapter 32, verse 5. The vile person shall be no more called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful. For the vile person will spill, and his heart will work iniquity, to practice hypocrisy, and to utter against the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
The new world order. Come on.
To make empty the soul of the hungry.
Yep. See that? Come on.
And he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail.
See that? And that's on the physical sense too, because it's manifold, man. When them collapsing the dollar is gonna bring this, man. You see what I'm saying? They make shit so goddamn expensive to where you can't go get no damn water. There you go, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple. You know, we end on this. This is Job 5, and I'm gonna start at 19. It says, he shall deliver thee. See what I'm saying? He shall deliver thee. No, I'm gonna start at 18. For he make it sore and bind it up. He wounded and make it, and his hands make whole. Remember, he said, the Lord shall shoot at them suddenly, and they shall be wounded. You see what I'm saying? The Lord said he gonna do that. But he said, and they shall be wounded. It says, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. And that's that number. You know what I'm saying? That's 666. You see? In 6 troubles. It says, yeah, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. And that's going into those vials, man. You see what I'm saying? I think it was 7, I believe it's 7 vials poured out, man. You know, according to Revelation. So that's complete trouble, complete chaos, complete bad times. It says, in famine, he shall redeem thee from death. So we're going to be straight, man. But on what level, man? And in war, from the power of the sword. See that? Which Yahweh Shai said that will be the times that must, that needs. You know what I'm saying? It says, thou shalt hit the swords of the tongue. Yeah, we hid in Yahweh Bashem Shai, man. It's like we're not even receiving none of that. You know what I'm saying? As much as we bring it up, I'm not worried about this, man. You know what I'm saying? I can care less, to be honest. I know the Lord ain't playing this, but we in it, man. You know? It says, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. It says, at destruction and famine, thou shalt laugh. See, because we on the page of how about Shmuel shot. He gonna laugh, man. It says, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beast of the earth. So that's it, man. You know, it says, thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beast of the field shall be at peace with thee. You see, and you're gonna have people that's gonna be helping us out, man. Because the scriptures talk about how the beast and man in Ecclesiastes is the same. Why? Because they both die. So that's why the Lord compares man to beast, different beasts in the scriptures. You see what I'm saying? And it's only for the serious minded, man. You know? So when they go into those beasts, it goes into, you know, these people that's probably gonna take the tip and probably be feeding us and shit like that, man. You see what I'm saying? Be loading us up. You know, you just never know how the Lord do it, man. You know, I was thinking about something real crazy, man. That was, you know, the spirit had jumped on me. It says, and thou shalt know that thy tabernacle shall be in peace. You see, and thou shalt visit thy habitation and shalt not sin. See that? It says, thou shalt know also that thy seed shall be great. As he said, their inward thought is that their house shall continue forever, and their houses to all generations, meaning their seeds, man. It says, thou shalt know also that thy seed shall be great. Because, yeah, we the meat going to inherit the earth. You see what I'm saying? And a little one going to turn into 1,000. The Lord said he's going to bring it to pass in this time. Paraphrasing. And thine offspring as the grass of the earth. You see, the meek shall inherit the earth. This new world order is just going to play out, and it's ultimately going to bring down the house of Esau and bring the end of his world. You know, they're not getting the elect, and the elect is the ones, the little people, the 1/3 that's going to be left, and they're going to fill the face of the earth in place of the so-called white man, according to Isaiah the 4th chapter, the 21st verse, because it said, his children, so that they rise not and fill the faces with cities. You see what I'm saying? The face of the earth with cities. You know, close out. This is Isaiah 14. You people gonna see, man. You know, this is Isaiah 14 and 21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise. Yeah, because that's why that's how they think they're planning it out. You know, they have no problem with dying, but they want to stay alive as long as possible. They understand reincarnation. They're gonna come back through the loins of their people. So that's why they set up and steal everything while they're on earth, because they're gonna be born back into so-called royalty, a rich family. It says, prepare slaughter for his children, you see, for the iniquity of their fathers, because the fathers spent all the time robbing, and the children just inherit it. And then those children grow up and they bring the fathers back, man, and keep it all in the family. It says that they do not rise, nor possess the land. It says, nor fill the face of the world with cities. See that? For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord Yahweh, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith the Lord. See? So the Lord, he gonna know. That's how you gonna know for sure. When ain't no more of their asses left, it's gonna be us to fill the faces with cities when that time comes. Because you're gonna reflect back on all these scriptures. You see what I'm saying? And the world is gonna be yours for the taking, man. That's what the new world order is actually going to bring in. It's going to bring in the Jake world order, as brothers like to say. So I close out on this. This is Matthew 5 and 6. Lord willing. Matthew 5 and 6. Blessed are they, Matthew 5 and 5. It says, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. All right. So Lord willing, this is edifying. You're pretty much seeing the road to destruction, man. The road to the new world order. I got one more just hit me. You know, this is Matthew 11, Matthew 7 and 11. It says, 7 and 13, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And many there be which go in thereat. You see? Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. So consider yourself blessed if you in on this, and this is the way that's going to lead to life. That broad way is where all the destruction is going to hit. Those are people that's caught up in fucking dollar collapsing and how they're gonna get eat. According to so-called white man, they're gonna take the chip. They're gonna go get that money that they constantly putting out for stupid shit. They ain't doing it to, do nothing for the body, for the ministry, to have us up. They ain't doing that. You see what I'm saying? Because wouldn't nothing be wrong with that? These niggas go walk down and trust in Egypt because of the horses, right? And there be many. Because of the power and there be many. They putting all this money out here. They gonna go get it just to go buy 7 flat screens and all the Jordans and shit like that. Give it right back to so-called white man. So that's the broad way. And the whole time they're gonna go get the money, and then the dollar just collapse. Now you can't afford Jordans, flat screens, or food. You can't afford a fucking tomato. You know what I'm saying? Tomato gonna be very valuable in that day. But this way we going is a very small way, which we in, man. You see what I'm saying? It's very few people that feel comforted in these times. You see what I'm saying? And laughing at this shit. So Lord, well, it's been edifying. You got something? All right. Close this out and give our honor, praise, and glory to the Heavenly Father.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Wahakadash Rakam.
All right. So next time at the water for the brothers on the comment board. Yahweh Shai, Barakatah. Yep. Yep. So next time, Shalom. That's a good one, too. 34, 24, 21.